Now, in this video, we are going to discuss about the parametric model. It involves building up a 3D geometry piece by piece. 2D sketches involving lines and curves turned into 3D features, like constraints and relations duly applied to fit the designer's intent. That means we will going to create the 2D sketches involving lines and curves, and then we are going to convert that into 3D features with having the relative constraints and relations duly applied to fit the designer's intent. So what is the advantage of using the constraints? Suppose if I want to give length is equal to breadth. If I change only the length, then automatically the breadth will also be changed. So that means when you want to modify or edit, it becomes very, very simple or very, very easy when you are other than if you are not using the parametric model. For example, when designing a pipe, the thickness and the length can be dependent on the pipe diameter. When the diameter is changed, the thickness and the length changes with an amount that conserves the same proportions. That's what I am discussing about. The model, in other words, scaled, the designer does need to alter only one parameter. The other two parameters get adjusted automatically. Suppose if the diameter is D for a pipe, we need having a diameter D and the length of the pipe. Suppose if I consider the diameter D as the diameter and length of the pipe should be around, the relation is 5D. Suppose if I say L is equal to, suppose if I say the diameter is 50, then automatically the length will going to be taken as 250. So 5 into 50, it will going to become 250. Suppose if I want to reduce the length of the pipe, then what should I do? Then if you just change the diameter of the pipe, accordingly it will going to reduce the length of the pipe. So this is the advantage when you are trying to go by the parametric model. And the software which uses these things is CATIA, Creo, SolidWorks, Siemens NX, etc. or some of the parametric softwares which are going to be used. There are two popular parametric representation models which have been used. One is the constructor solid geometry and the other one is the boundary representation, which is also called BREP. Now when you are considering this, so first we'll go for the constructor solid geometry. So that is CSG. The CSG defines and builds a model in terms of combining basic, that is primitive and generated using extrusion or sweeping operations, solid shapes. It uses Boolean operations to construct a model. So what does it mean? Suppose if I want to create this particular model, that is 1, 2, 3, this is the combination. First we are going to create the rectangular prism, then we will going to consider the cylinder, then we will going to consider one more cylinder. So what we can do is, first I am going to place with 1 with 2. Then I am going to use a union operation so that these two will going to become single. That is 1 plus 2 will going to become single. So that is the reason why we say 1 plus 2, that becomes 1. So then what we can do is we will going to place the 3 feature here. Then I will go for the subtract operation, which is the Boolean operation again. Then by using the subtract from what? Subtract from the major one to the minor one. So the major volume is 1. The minor volume is 3. So subtract 3 from 1. So automatically this 4 will going to be created. So this is this is the rectangular prism, and this is the cylinder, and this is also one of the cylinders. So these are all the primitives, which will solid primitives, which will going to be used. So that means it will going to have a proper definitions. Then by using then the Boolean operations. So which are all the Boolean operations? One is the union and the other one is subtract, and the last one is the intersecting. It is a combination of 3D solid primitives. For example, the technique combines basic solid modeling like rectangular prism, that's what I was talking about, the cylinder, cone, sphere, etc. So these are the standard solid primitives that are then manipulated or simply added or deleted in order to form the final solid shape by means of using the Boolean operation, which has been shown in figure A. Now in the second way of consideration is the boundary representation. In this, surfaces are combined to develop a solid model as shown in this figure. So what we can do is in the solid boundary representation, we can create this plane and then extrude this directly. That is one method. Or you can create this and extrude in this direction. That is one more method. or you create this plane and extrude in this direction. So you're going to create. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to create the boundary here. So which is the boundary here? In this case, it's a rectangle. Then what I can do is I can create a circle and then extrude this till here, so that you are going to get this cylinder. So create the circle and extrude it. Then bring that here and place it on where you want to have a hole. Then by using the Boolean operation, you can go for the creating this solid model. So then BREP defines the points, edges, surfaces, or a volume of a volume, and or issues commands that sweep or rotate or define a face into a third dimension to form a solid. So the object is then made up to the union of these surfaces that completely and precisely enclose a volume. So this is how it will going to be done. So basically what we are trying to do is a solid model will always going to have a volume. But if you want to have a solid model of volume, first I should need to create an area. So what is that area? I will going to create this as a rectangle. So once I say talk about area, that means it is a closed bounded figure. So naturally the surface will be there. Once if I extrude it, then it becomes a, once I give the thickness to that particular area, then it becomes a volume. So once it becomes a volume, so then that becomes the solid. So this is our basic structure. And suppose if you create a circle, again the circle is a bounded figure, closed bounded figure, which will going to have an area. Then I'm going to extrude it. So once you extrude that, you will going to get that means I'm giving a thickness to that area of the circle. Then it will go to become the volume. So then naturally it becomes the cylinder. And where you want to place it, you place this, and then by using the Boolean operation, that means I need to subtract from the solid model, that is this solid of rectangular prism, and then taking the cylinder as the subtract 2. So then automatically you will going to get the block with a hole. So this is how it will going to be used in boundary representation method. Similarly, feature-based parametric design. It is an approach to CAD that integrates the advantages of design by feature and by parametric design. So as the name itself indicates, it's the feature-based parametric design. That means we are including both the feature-based and also by the parametric design. The realization of feature-based parametric design system requires an appropriate representation scheme. Here, a parametric feature representation is introduced that incorporates the application data of a feature-based model with generic data of a parametric model. The parametric feature representation represents explicitly feature relationship from entities as well as geometric and non-geometric parameters and constraints. So for example, the various features used in the manufacturing can be modeled parametrically and collected in a feature library. And using these readily available features, part models can be modeled easier and faster. Then the designer need not have to use the primitive geometric elements of model features, which is a time consuming. So these are the way which we're going to be able to use that feature based parametric design. So in the first, we go for the feature parametric modeling. In that we go for the constructive solid geometry, then the boundary representation, and then the feature based parametric design. So in our next video, we will going to discuss about analyzing virtual products models. Thank you.